Hello fellow Pokemon fans, I'm Brascoin and welcome back to my channel for the continuation of my guide on the locations of all 107 Wisps found in the Hisui region. Today we're going to be going to the Obsidian Fieldlands and finding all of the Wisps in that area there. Introductions out of the way, let's dive into that content. Alright, so here we are in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Here is a list of the Wisps that you can find in this area. However, it is missing 3. I believe I just didn't get them marked off in time for the video, so there will be 3 that you will have to watch the video to find. I wish I could say that was on purpose, but that was just my own negligence. The future videos will have them all in the correct locations, but this is Wisp number 1 for the Obsidian Fieldlands area. We'll pull open the map once again just to show you guys where we are exactly as soon as this animation gets done correctly. There are 19 remaining Wisps, so there are a total of 20 Wisps in that area. That was between Florio Gardens and Aspiration Hills. We're going to go over to the next one, just following down the line of Lake Verity there. Just off to the side, we should be able to see it as we near closer to it. It's going to be on the left-hand side of that ridge. Right there, you can start to see it. So we'll drop down there, grab Wisp number 2 for this area, and we'll continue on our adventure. Perfect, there are 18 remaining Wisps. That was Wisp number 2, and now we're going to go to this island out in the middle of nowhere here to collect Wisp number 3. We should be able to see it in just a few seconds here. There it is. So we'll drop down and grab Wisp number 3 for this area and continue on. I do wish that this was a little bit faster of a process. Unfortunately, it's not. Okay, the next one we have is going to be on Sand Gem Flats, I believe. So let's head over there. It's going to be all the way in that bottom corner. And one of the ones that is not marked is actually going to be the last one that we find here today, and that is inside Lake Verity itself. I failed to mark that one, so it took me a little bit to find it. It's the last one that I found, but here's this one for Sand Gem Flats on the top of this rock here. Let's grab Wisp number 4. There should be 16 remaining in this area, so let's head over to Romanus Island to grab that one over there. In case you haven't seen my video on where to find all of the Sinnoh starters yet, this Romanus Island is actually one of the places where we can find a Chimchar as well as an Alpha Infernape just in that little valley there. Let's grab Wisp number 5 for this area. There should be 15 remaining at this point. Perfect. Now we're going to head over to the Grand Tree area here for a few more Wisps. Looks like there's one that I failed to mark down there at the end of the peninsula there. So let's grab this one before we forget where it's at. That is one of 3 that I did not mark. So there should be 14 remaining now that we found 6. And we can continue up the coastline towards the Great Tree area. This one, I believe, should be a little higher up on this ridge here, if I'm not mistaken. There it is right there. Let's grab that one. That'll be number 7, leaving us 13 left for this area to find. Perfect. Continuing along the pathway towards the Great Heart Tree area. This is where it gets a little bit harder to find them a little bit. They're kind of obscured, but this one's right on an outcropping of rocks here, overlooking the dam. We should have 8 now, leaving 12 Wisps left to find. And we'll continue through the Heartwood area here onto the next Wisp. Heading in the wrong direction a little bit there. Now, of course, you could just look at the map and figure out where these are based on the map placement, but where's the fun in that? So over here in the middle of these trees to the left, we should have another wisp. That should be wisp number 9 for this area, leaving us 11 wisps left to find. Perfect. Let's move on to the next one here. Looks like we're going to be heading towards the orbital tunnel. And this one should be right up on top of that orbital tunnel. Let's get a little bit higher altitude there. Follow this pathway all the way towards the tunnel there. Just up ahead, and yep, you can see it. It is up on top there. So we'll have to land once again to gain a little bit more altitude here. We'll drop down and use Braviary once more. And once more. And that is wisp number 10 for this area. We have 10 more wisps left to find. Remember that 2 of them are not marked at the present time. Let's continue right along down this area here. We're going to drop on the other side of these falls for the next wisp. Down there at the bottom on that little island, we should see one there. Let's go and grab that one. As you can tell, I've played Breath of the Wild quite extensively with the dropping and gliding, So that is a very familiar mechanic for me here. That is wisp number 11. There are 9 remaining for this area. Let's continue along the coastline. We'll get the ones in the middle a little bit later. But let's continue along down here. We should see that wisp just up ahead on that ridge. Let's go and grab that one. A little bit higher here, and perfect. Let's drop down, grab wisp number 12, leaving 8 remaining wisps to find in this area here. And I believe that is our last one on this side. So we can go towards the middle of the island here a little bit. Angle off a little bit to the right here to correct our path, and this one's going to be down on the bottom portion here, just off to our right, so it's going to be hidden in this little nook here. We'll take some fall damage here. Almost. Okay, that is wisp number 13. There are 7 left in this area for us to gather. Let's head on around the coastline for this middle island portion. Angle off to the left there, gain a little bit more altitude, and that is wisp number 14. Leaving 6 left to find for this area here. Let's continue our pathway along the outside of this island. Kind of cut through a little of the middle of it here. Get some more altitude and do a little bit of course correction here. There it is right there off the side of the cliff face there. Now let's grab wisp number 15, I believe, for this area, leaving 5 wisps left to find. Perfect. Now we got 2 more surrounding the outskirts of this area here, so let's head up a little bit higher altitude and go and grab those ones. We have on that little knoll there at the top of the hill by the tree, wisp number 16 of this playthrough. Now That leaves 4 wisps left to find in this area. And the last one for this island looks like it's going to be that raspberry over there, but if you angle off to the left there, you can kind of see up on the very tippy top there is one of our missing wisps that I did not mark, so let's go and grab that one real fast. Get some more altitude. We'll drop down again to grab some more altitude still. And there is one of the wisps that I failed to mark. There is one more here that I did not mark. That is, again, in Lake Verity. That's the last one we'll get. But from here, we can see the point where our other wisp is sitting. Just that rocky peninsula-looking thing off in the distance there between us and a grand tree. So let's go and grab that one. Angle off to the left a little bit more for that one. It's going to be up on that green hill by the lone tree there. And now you can see it. Perfect. We're starting to get a little bit lighter out, so we will have to reset for dark eventually. But that is wisp number 17, I believe. There should be 2 more. So that was wisp number 18. We have 2 more. One, of course, is the raspberry up there, and the last one being in Lake Verity. So let's go and grab it. A little bit of a trek from where we are now to get over to this second to last wisp. And it is really light out, so we won't be able to see it until we're like right up next to it, but it's going to be on that little mound of dirt off to the left by the river there. So let's head over there and drop down and grab it. Oh, we can still see it. Must not fully realize it's... Oh, yeah, there it went. It vanished. They are obtainable in the daytime, you just can't see them from a distance. You have to get right up next to them in order to see them. Okay, that is the 19th wisp. That is the last one in this area, so let's reset tonight. Head over to Lake Verity from the starting point there by our sleeping area. We'll drop down on that big rock there to get some more altitude to clear the ridge surrounding Lake Verity. Drop down there and re-altitude, and let's fly over this ridge. As soon as we fly over the ridge, we should be able to see this last wisp location here. It's going to be right on the inside of that ridge at the bottom by the water, so let's drop down there and grab wisp number 20 for the Obsidian Fieldlands area. And this is the last wisp we have to find in this area. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me that you're checking out my content, and I hope that it helps you find these wisps and unlock Spiritomb. Thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll catch you in a future video.